this bill. I call the honourable member Jan Logie. Tēnā koe.
Tēnā koe, Mr Speaker. In 2011, the Law Commission's landmark report on privacy law in Aotearoa, New Zealand, made two key recommendations for empowering the Privacy Commissioner to protect against the sort of breaches that we've been seeing happening in this country. The first of these was that the Commissioner should be able to issue compliance notices. The second was that the power to require an audit of an agency's practices and systems for handling private information. These would have brought New Zealand's Privacy Commissioner's powers into line with the majority of comparable overseas bodies charged with the protection of privacy. This government didn't follow through on either of those recommendations. And that is why we have this bill in front of the House tonight. They've promised a bill for earlier this year. We haven't seen it. We're still waiting. They've promised, and they're still promising. Next year. Well, I think this House takes privacy seriously, and so rather than waiting and forcing the government into the position of breaking more of its promises, we're offering them the opportunity, the member, Sue Moroney, is offering this House the opportunity to actually do something and not break your promises in the future. I would like to offer my congratulations to the member Sue Moroney for her excellent choice of issues and luck in getting her bills drawn, which I am seriously envious of. The Green Party will be supporting this bill. This bill enables the Privacy Commissioner to issue compliance notices and demand information handling audits across the public and private sectors without the need for people to make complaints. The current system, as has been noted, is complaints-driven, and the Commissioner is very limited in her ability to take initiative, and that limits the Commission's ability to address underlying systemic problems. And it's important that she has the ability to compel action in response to her concerns. In a lot of the annual roundups for 2012, privacy was at the top of the list of items of importance for this country. And earlier this year, we saw a full town hall in Auckland on the GCSB bill, which was another demonstration that New Zealanders have actually been pushed over their trust threshold with this government, and they want their privacy back. The Privacy Commission has been significantly underfunded, and their funding has remained static for the last 8 years, and they've been told that that can be expected to continue for a while longer. They have funding of around $3.5 million a year to fulfil all of their functions, except that they told the Select Committee earlier this year that they can't fulfil all those functions within that funding, that they don't have the capacity to do everything and they're having to prioritise. This government has had, in that context, this government has had oversight of multiple very significant privacy breaches within government departments, namely the Inland Revenue Department, ACC, Work and Income, Justice, Immigration, Novo Pay, EQC, and the list goes on. That means that potentially every single New Zealander has at some stage in the last few years had their privacy breached. We need to be focusing now as a parliament on how we can increase people's confidence in their information rather than increase the risk that potentially undermines that confidence. This bill is something that we can do as a House to help rebuild people's trust in the state's ability to handle their information and their ability to get redress without having to personally make a complaint. This initiative isn't covering everything. But it's a members' bill, and members' bills aren't supposed to cover everything. But it is one action that we can do to help rebuild trust, and the Green Party is happy to support that.
I call the honourable member Ian McKelvey.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Firstly, I might take a moment to congratulate